Hey guys, it's Jackie from Jack Gets Lost in a Book Hole, and it is Top 5 Wednesday time. If you're new to Top 5 Wednesday, it is a Goodreads crew created by Ginger Reads Laney and Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. Sam from Thoughts on Tomes is currently hosting it, and it is a group where you basically are given a book related subject and you pick the top 5 that apply to that subject. And this month, Sam has decided to do a top 5 rewind, where basically you pick some of the older topics as for each Wednesday. And if you guys are interested in doing this, I will post the link to the group in the Dropbox below So once again, if you I picked a really hard one. I don't even know if this is right or not. But the topic I chose was characters you're most to like. And I kind of just guessed because I read a lot of fantasy, so a lot of these characters are making these crazy decisions and doing these things that I don't even know. I can't even determine if I would do them, so this is kind of a guess. Like, some of these characters are characters that I do have stuff in common with, but then they do things in their stories that I don't know if I would do them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Go ahead and share the ones I chose. Okay, and the first one is actually a male character, and that is Simon Lewis from the Mortal Instruments, and Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, etc., etc. I said I'm a lot like Simon because we're both kind of nerdy and a bit awkward and loyal to those we care about. Now, unlike Simon, I'm not hung up on my best friend or anything. In fact, I don't have any male best friends, and I'm not into girls. So that's one of the differences. And there's the fact that, of course, he becomes, spoiler alert, he becomes a vampire. I think in the City of Ashes, he becomes the vampire. And then something else happens to him later. So there's a lot of stuff that happened I definitely cannot relate to. But his personality and nerdiness, I think I'm very similar to him. Okay, so number 2. I chose Morgan Crow from Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. I feel like I'm very self-aware of who I am and I'm okay with it, although I don't think of myself as a curse. I don't have people telling me that I'm a curse, which it frustrates me. In reading that book, that was so frustrating. I felt so bad for Morgan, because she just is willing to accept that she's a curse, but, I feel like I'm also that kind of very, like, I don't pity myself or anything, but I do feel like just this is who I am, I accept myself, like she does, and, we're both, again, shy, awkward, honest. It was real. Like I said, this was a hard one. I thought this one would be easy, but it was actually surprisingly hard. And I could be totally wrong, but there's really no one that can confirm or deny if I'm right or wrong. Because, like, my friends don't read the books I read. Like, my friend Terry, who I talk about a lot, Terry, from Florida, she doesn't read a lot of them, as much as we both love reading and we like a lot of the same shows. We don't like a lot of the same books. And then both my other 2 best friends, Therese and Larissa, are so busy, so they don't have time to read. So I don't know if they would like a lot of the same books. So it's hard for me to pinpoint. And all my other friends that I do read the same books with, I'm not that close with them yet. We're not like best buds. We're just friends I talk to regularly on Facebook, but they don't know me 100%. So it's hard. So I can't really. So even if this is wrong and this is inaccurate, it's not like anyone could tell me otherwise. So I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. So yeah, I think I'm a lot like Morgan Crow. And the next one this is really reaching, but I do think I'm very similar. I picked actually 3 characters from this. I'm kind of cheating here, picking 3 characters from the series, and that is, I said both Sansa and Arya Stark, and then Dany, Daenerys Targaryen from Song of Ice and Fire series. I feel like I'm very similar to all 3 of those. I have bits and pieces of all 3 of those girls. Like, I think I have a bit of a temper, and I can be sassy, but I think I also can be, like, sweet and shy and naive at times, like Sansa and Arya. And I'm a romantic, I think, like, and I think I'm also like Dany in that I'm, this is so hard. I don't know why I picked this time, but I'm stubborn. I want to stick with it. But yeah, I think I'm a lot like Dany too, who's also, I feel like, very, like, in the beginning she's very shy and very sweet, but then as she grows as a character, so I do hope so maybe Dany's kind of more of a character than I would like to be, but not that a character that I necessarily am. But you could say that for Arya too. So it is so hard. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I thought, oh, I can do this topic, and then I realized it's not that easy. Okay, so I'm done with that one. Okay, so number 4 is, I said Sydney Clark from Vicious. If you read The Vicious, there's a character of Sydney, and she's the young girl who can bring people back from the dead. Now I can't obviously do that, but I feel like, again, loyal, shy, awkward, trying to please people, trying to make people happy. I mean, although I've never been in a situation, well, I guess, but it's just, the situations I've been in where I try to make people happy aren't necessarily like the situations that she's been in. So it's, again, this is why this is so hard, because I read a lot of books where these characters are in these crazy, outrageous situations, so it's hard to pinpoint what I would do, and if I really am genuinely like these characters. So this is just guesswork. I feel like I'm like these characters, but I'm not 100% sure. So, but I feel like I care about my sister. The good news is my sister is nothing like Sydney's sister. That's why I put the question mark, because I wasn't sure if that's her actual last name or not. Clark. I want to say it is, but I don't know. I don't think, it might not be the last name. I don't remember. I have to go through the book again. I'm too lazy to do that, so. I think it is her last name, though. But luckily for me, I don't have a sister like hers, who would totally ditch me for a guy. And, I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, because my sister's actually married, so. But even then, I don't think she wouldn't ditch me and try to allow a said guy to kill me. Okay, so and then the last one is Cress from the Lunar Chronicles. I think she's the most accurate one. She's again, another character that very shy, sweet, awkward, very caring. Of course, as I'm reading this, I keep thinking, I feel like I'm, being a little egotistical and complimenting myself when I talk about, but this is characters that you're most like, and you're supposed to talk about why you're most like these characters, I assume. But yeah, the only difference between me and Cress is she's really, really smart. I mean, I'm book smart, but I'm not I'm not like tech savvy or anything like that. I'm not like a genius with computers and stuff. Like, in fact, I suck at like science and math, like most people do. But yeah, I think there are certain things about Cress that I really relate a lot to. And I have crushes. I do have crushes on, like, celebrity. Well, actually, no. Well, let me clarify. Not celebrities, but actors. I crush on actors. Yeah. So, although I wouldn't. I mean, I admit though, I wouldn't like fantasize about. I mean, I jokingly do. And I like to, see if they are my age, if they're close to my age, or how much older they are than me, just to see, like, in my little, so I kind of fantasize and I kind of don't. Like, I'm not like her. I wouldn't, if I met these people, I wouldn't delude myself to think that I'm in love with them or anything. In fact, I kind of felt bad for Chris. The good news is it works out in the end, in the book. So, in the series. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm out of the group. Although I think I do have a little bit of Cinder and Scarlet in me. I don't know about Winter, but I think I do have a little bit of Cinder and Scarlet in me from that series. But I didn't want to cheat again, so I said Chris is the one I most like. So these, so if you're not having as much now as trouble as I am, why don't you, scratch that, you know what? Okay, well, which characters are you most like? Or are you like me, where you struggle to pinpoint which characters you are very similar? Because you read books where these characters are going through different crazy situations that you can't really relate to, and you don't know if you are that close to them. But if you are, which ones are they? Which characters are most like you, or you most like, I should say. Well, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, bye.